Good evening. It is Tuesday evening, and we're going to read Genesis chapter 26. Just a couple of things I wanted to mention. First, I'm taking a class online, and one of the requirements is that I teach classes on the book of Acts. I have to teach at least 4 sessions. They'll probably be about 20 minutes long. I'm going to do them as a Facebook Live, and I'm going to start right around the 1st of February, around the 1st of February. And I will put a post on my Facebook page when I'm going to start. I may do it on the Sunday nights. It's just according to when. No, I won't do it on Sunday nights. No, this will be separate. Excuse me. I'm thinking out loud. I need to do it. The class requirement is that I teach at least 4 sessions. Probably, like I said, probably be about 20 minutes long. I need some people who will agree to watch it live while I'm doing it so they can interact. And I've got about 10 people that said they're interested. But if anybody else is interested, let me know, and we'll figure out a day and time that works for everybody. Probably be on a weekend because several people that want to do it will be working. And so if you're interested, of course I'm going to leave it up so you can watch it later, but I just need some people who will agree to watch it and interact with me as I teach. That will help me in my teaching. So, and that's going to be on the book of Acts, and it starts the first part of February. So if you're interested in taking part in it while I'm doing it, let me know. And again, I'll leave it up. You can watch it anytime you want to. But so that's that. And I did want to remind y'all about the possibility of bad weather this weekend. I mentioned it last night. So please check your weather apps. I follow James Spann out of Birmingham, and I know he is not local, but he is very trustworthy, and so I'm kind of watching him. Of course, I'll be watching local too. We have Elliot Jones here in the county that's the EMA director, and he keeps us up to date on any kind of weather that may get out of control. Excuse me. So, but between the two of those, I feel fairly certain that I'll be prepared. But I just wanted y'all to be prepared as well. So, saying that, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to read Genesis chapter 26. And the first section is titled God's Promise to Isaac. Now there was a famine in the land, besides the former famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Gerar to Abimelech, king of the Philistines. And the Lord appeared to him and said, Do not go down to Egypt. Dwell in the land of which I shall tell you. Sojourn in this land. Now remember, sojourn means not like a vacation, but you're going to stay there for an extended time, but that's not your permanent home. It's just like a long-term stay somewhere. Like if you had a job and you had to go somewhere else and stay for several weeks and work, that's kind of like what a sojourn is. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For to you and to your offspring I will give all these lands, and I will establish the oath that I swore to Abraham your father. I will multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven, and will give to your offspring all these lands. And in your offspring all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. And then the next section is titled Isaac and Abimelech. And this just happens to be some of the stuff that we're covering in the Bible recap. And the lady that leads it, her name is Tara Lee Cobble, Cobble, and she points out that this may or may not be the same Abimelech who dealt with Abraham earlier. So we don't know, but that's just something to think about. So Isaac settled in Gerar. When the men of the place asked him about his wife, he said, "She is my sister." Now, if you remember, Abraham and Sarah did that to protect Abraham, but Sarah was actually his half-sister. Isaac's wife was not his sister, so that was just a straight-out lie. For he feared to say, my wife, thinking lest the men of the place should kill me because of Rebekah, because she was attractive in appearance. When he had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out of a window and saw Isaac laughing with Rebekah, his wife. So Abimelech called Isaac and said, behold, she is your wife. How then could you say she is my sister? Isaac said to him, because I thought lest I die because of her. Abimelech said, what is this you have done to us? One of the people might easily have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us. So Abimelech warned all the people, saying, whoever touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. And Isaac sowed in that land and reaped in the same year 100-fold. The Lord blessed him, and the man became rich and gained more and more until he became very wealthy. He had possessions of flocks and herds and many servants, so that the Philistines envied him. Now the Philistines had stopped and filled with earth all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the days of Abraham his father. And Abimelech said to Isaac, go away from us, for you are much mightier than we. So Isaac departed from there and encamped in the valley of Gerar and settled there. And Isaac dug again the wells of water that had been dug in the days of Abraham his father, which the Philistines had stopped after the death of Abraham. And he gave them the names that his father had given them. But when Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found there a well of spring water, the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen, saying, the water is ours. So he called the name of the well Esek, because they contended with him. Then they dug another well, and they quarreled over that also, so he called its name Sitnah. And he moved on from there and dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it. So he called its name Rehoboth, saying, for now the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. And I don't know about you, but there are Baptist churches with that name now, Rehoboth Baptist Church. And they chose that name because of what it means. For now the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. From there he went up to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him the same night and said, I am the God of Abraham your father. Fear not, for I am with you and will bless you and multiply your offspring for my servant Abraham's sake. So he built an altar there and called upon the name of the Lord and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants dug a well. When Abimelech went to him from Gerar with Ahuzzath, his advisor, and Phicol, the commander of his army, Isaac said to them, why have you come to me, seeing that you hate me and have sent me away from you? They said, we see plainly that the Lord has been with you. So we said, let there be a sworn pact between us, between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you, so that you will do us no harm, just as we have not touched you and have done nothing to you but good. Let me start that over. That you will do us no harm, just as we have not touched you and have done to you nothing but good, and have sent you away in peace. You are now the blessed of the Lord. So he made them a feast, and they ate and drank. In the morning they rose early and exchanged oaths, and Isaac sent them on their way, and they departed from him in peace. That same day Isaac's servants came and told him about the well that they had dug, and said to him, we have found water. He called it Sheba, but therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he took Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, to be his wife, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and they made life bitter for Isaac and Rebekah. So now that's the end of chapter 26. Now I am trying to think that I heard somebody say the other day that Esau never got married. I'm probably thinking of somebody else because Esau definitely got married. He got married twice, and it caused a lot of strife because he chose wives from outside of his faith. And people may think that's not a big deal, but I'm telling you, if you marry and are going to raise your children in, we talked about this the other night, if you're going to raise your children in a religion or a faith, your spouse better be on the same, I'm folding my towel, your spouse better be on the same page that you are, or it's going to cause problems. You think it won't now, but it will before it's over with. You just have to be careful. But anyway, that's the end of that chapter. Please remember to keep a check on your weather over the next few days, and just be prepared no matter what. It never hurts to be prepared. I have, a couple of years ago, my backyard is very dark at night. There's no light back there. I'm out in the country. There's no source of light unless the moon's out. But 2 or 3 years ago, I bought a chargeable flashlight that looks like it's like a floodlight, and it's real bright. But I keep it charged, and I keep it where I know where it is. And I have a power bank for my phone that I keep charged. A lot of times I'll take it on my motorcycle so that if I'm off somewhere and my battery gets low, I can charge my phone. And then I have a little light that's probably about that big, and it's a light on one side, and it does a straight beam, or it can do the flashing beams, would work for emergencies. But it's rechargeable, and it can also work as a power bank as well. So I try to have a couple of different sources of power for my phone in case we do lose power, anytime. And that, to me, that's just a good thing to have. I like having these flashlights rather than matches and candles. First of all, sometimes it's hard for me to remember where the candles are. And of course I have scented candles, but I'm talking about just like hurricane candles. And I just like having a flashlight. So anyway, think about keeping an eye on the weather, and think about what you might need in order for you to stay, you and your family to stay safe. And with that, I will leave you, and we will see you tomorrow night.